In 2018, we saw California's Great America open RailBlazer, the world's second ever RMC Raptor. And while you might think this awesome single roller coaster has a bright and long future ahead of it, I'm here to tell you otherwise. Welcome to Theme Park Predictions, and I want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is your day going so far as you're watching this? Also, have you ever been on RailBlazer before? Because sadly, I've yet to ride this ride, and that is why I'm expediting my first ever trip to Northern California to visit California's Great America in 2024. And the reason why is this. From what I am hearing, things are not looking great for RailBlazer, and the way Cedar Fair likes to retire coasters that cost a lot of money to either fix or upkeep is in the back of my mind. But Brandon, RailBlazer is practically new. You are crazy for thinking that the coaster is on the chopping block. And while you are right that the coaster is fairly new, you have to remember a few things. One, this was a prototype. RailBlazer and Wonder Woman at Six Flags Fiesta Texas were the very first RMC single roller coasters ever built. And there is a reason why we have yet to see any other coasters built in regards to this compact model. Yes, Silverwood added one, but if you notice closely on Stunt Pilot, RMC really changed a few things about the layout, and the ride is still very intense, but definitely not near as insane as RailBlazer and Wonder Woman. And number 2, this is one of the most intense roller coasters ever created, and it features a very minimal support structure and a very thin track. Standing at a height of 106 feet and featuring a track length of only 1,800 feet, RailBlazer is one of, again, the most insane roller coasters that you'll ever get to ride. But here is the issue. If you take a good hard look at what has been going down at Fiesta Texas in regards to Wonder Woman, then you'll know that this coaster's basically been tearing itself apart over the years. From the trains to the track, this coaster has been a major pain for Fiesta. And this park could have easily thrown in the towel on the coaster and removed it. But they know how popular Wonder Woman is, so Fiesta is spending a ton of money on upgrading the coaster and fixing it right now before there's too many issues for the coaster before it's too late. For Wonder Woman, the trains have been the biggest issue, and it hardly ever runs with all 3 trains anymore. And while I personally love Wonder Woman, I've had a chance to ride it during its opening year and this past June. And I gotta tell you, this coaster needs something. And I'm glad that Fiesta is giving this coaster some much needed love. And meanwhile, 1,683 miles away over at California's Great America, I know that RailBlazer suffers from a lot of downtime and is getting rougher and rougher. But yet, to my knowledge, CGA hasn't done nearly as much as Fiesta to keep this coaster in operation for years to come. This is why I predict that RailBlazer will not be relocated to another Cedar Fair park, unless CGA spends the money on fixing RailBlazer soon. And if Cedar Fair keeps California's Great America open for the rest of their lease, then honestly, I don't think this coaster is going to make it to the end of it. Again, these are amazing, insane roller coasters, but you have to remember they were prototypes. And this is why we will never see RMC build this exact layout ever again. While their larger versions of the single roller coaster seem to have less issues, I could see parks still purchasing these, but in the long run, parks are realizing that while RMC is great, they also come with a lot of issues. And issues result in more downtime and more money spent on the coaster after the park has already purchased it. Now I really hope I'm wrong on this, but sadly, since Cedar Fair is not spending the type of money on RailBlazer like Fiesta is spending on Wonder Woman, the future is very rough going forward for RailBlazer, again, in my opinion. Now I need a favor real quick. If you're not following Theme Park Predictions on Twitter or X, whatever it's called now, be sure to follow me on Twitter because I post a ton of stuff daily on there, whether it's new predictions or coaster content. So definitely check that out and be sure to follow. I really do appreciate it. So what do you think about this shocking prediction? Because I know I'm not the only one thinking along these lines. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.